Welcome to my day at Universal Studios Japan, where I'll be walking through everything I did, including the time we got there, the timed entry slot for Super Nintendo World, rides, and all of the food and more. We arrived at Universal Studios around 7:30, and this is what the lines was looking like around 30 minutes to opening time. They started letting us in just before 8 a.m. and we knew we needed a timed entry to get into the Super Nintendo World, and spaces are limited, so when they run out, they run out. So we made our way to the timed entry area. By the way, throughout this video, when I mention Super Mario World, I just mean Super Nintendo World. I just got mixed up on the day, please forgive me. So you need the app to get the timed entry time slot, and you can only get the time slot once you get to the area located just before the entrance of Super Nintendo World. And for some reason, the app did not work properly on my phone. Might just be the Apple app versus the Android version. I don't know, but it wasn't working on my iPhone. Okay, so we are here. It is currently 8:15 and we just arrived at the entrance for Super Mario World, which is literally just here. As you can see, there's people standing there and there's a sign. Essentially, you need a timed entry ticket, and you can only do your timed entry ticket once you reach to that point. Beforehand, when we're lining in the queue just to get into Universal Studios, we couldn't do our timed entry ticket. You need to actually get to the actual entrance. We got here 8:15. Park opened at 8 a.m. by the way, and our timed entry is not till 12:40. So we're going to explore the rest of the park before we can go to Super Mario World. Very busy. I mean, it is a Saturday, and then plus it is peak day, peak time of the year. It is April, so it's to be expected. It doesn't get any busier than it does today. So anyways, let's explore the rest of the park before we can get into Super Mario World. So whilst we waited for our timed entry, might as well shop. Everyone and anyone I was seeing was wearing all this Nintendo gear, so I thought, okay, let me join in. 2,800 yen, what's that? Like 16, 17, 20 pounds, 20 pounds. Is this 20 pounds? Is this a bit too much? There was this huge shop full of Nintendo items. There were so many items to choose from, and it was crazy. Is this too much? How much is this? 3,900. I ended up with this headband with Boo on it. Ever since I was young, I always picked Boo, the Boo character. I have no reason why, but when I saw this, I thought, yes, getting this one for my childhood. Okay, we're headed to the cafe. Opens at 9. Is there a queue? Yeah. Okay, let's queue. So we got to the queue pretty much as it just started. Like, they were just moving us to the side at that point, and I was just trying to get a little peek inside on what I should get, but also the line builds up very fast. Okay, so we came in perfect timing because we walked past this place. So this is the Super Mario Cafe, and we walked past this place on the way to get this headband. And when we came back, we knew it opened at 9, which is now in 15 minutes. The line has actually gone pretty long. When we came back, there was a little bit of a line, but it hadn't been formed like it is right now. So it's currently 8:43, and the line is long. So I can only imagine where it is when it's later, when it's actually peak times. Inside, there's already like a guide for where you should line, so I can imagine later on it's going to be extremely busy, and I'm really hungry, so I want to line now, especially because I want to eat. When it hit 9 a.m, the cafe opened and we just walked straight through to the till to order. And I'm not gonna lie, I saw the menu and I wanted everything. It was great that the menu was very, very small. And then once you've got your order, you can make your way to this area where it's all Super Mario themed. So we've got our food and our drink.
this is just a photo spot. You're not meant to eat here, so we're just gonna take some pictures of it.
So, like I said, you can't actually eat here. So here is just me with the food. We got both the pancake sandwiches. So that's the Mario cap, which is strawberry cheesecake flavor. And we got Luigi's cap, which was a grape no bake cheesecake flavor. And we got a drink each. And I thought the food looks so cute. Also, by the time we were done taking pictures of our food, we turned around and oh my God, the queue was insane. It was crowded at this point.
So I got my drink. My drink is in this, what do you call this? The question mark thing? I don't know. But it's got the flower power thing on it. I got melon soda because I didn't have iced tea and I didn't have iced coffee. I can't open it. Okay, we're gonna drink it later. I can't do it one-handed. Baz has got peach soda with ice cream in it. This is a strawberry shortcake and the other one, what was it? A grape cheesecake. Okay. The strawberry's sweet. Oh, it's nice. I think I prefer mine though. What do you prefer? Oh, I think mine's got custard in it. Oh,
It's not though. Oh, nice.
This is actually quite nice.
Cream is lemony.
Well, I don't know what herb this is. Is that white chocolate? What does it say?
Mario's cup. Who's cup?
Oh. Okay, let's give it a try. Oh, it's mint.
Yeah.
Oh, yours is definitely cheesecake. Cheesecake flavour. Oh, and strawberry. Oh. What a breakfast. I like it because the strawberry jam in here is not like really sweet strawberry jam. Like, you know, UK jam. Oh, that's so fizzy. It's green.
Okay, so now we had some time to kill before going into Super Nintendo World, so we were just finding anything without a huge line. We came across this show which was in 3D. It was also in Japanese, so I actually had no understanding of what was going on. But once we came out of the theatre, there was the Easter parade that was actually going on as soon as we left. So we just joined the crowd and watched. So we actually tried to get on some rides, but Baz was actually too tall to ride a lot of the rides, which I didn't even know was a thing. So we kind of just gave up on a lot of rides and just looked for what foods we can try. Let's try the turkey legs. So we've got turkey legs, a turkey leg each, both sides. I like it. We've got about an hour to kill before heading to Super Mario World, so we'll eat. So we were just exploring different areas and then, at one point they were handing out these papers and I was like, what are these for? And actually these were for the standby entry tickets for Super Nintendo World. So of course the timed entry tickets sell out and they have a dedicated area in the park where you can fill in your details on the screen by yourself to be on standby for places for Super Nintendo World. I don't know how many people are on standby because I didn't need to put myself on standby, but the fact they have a dedicated area. So if you missed your opportunity to get a space for Super Nintendo World, there still is a chance. Anyway, off to Super Nintendo World.
Finally entering Super Nintendo World.
As you walk into the area, you will notice there are a few queues for these wristbands and there are different ones you can get depending on which character you want. But if you purchase these, you can use them for an interactive experience in the park. They actually can connect to the app on your phone and you can see how many coins you have collected throughout the area.
About to enter Super Nintendo World. We just took some pictures. There is such a long queue for pictures. There is no re-entry, so once you enter here, you better get your photos done beforehand because you cannot go to this section again. Anyways, let's go inside. god, wow, it really feels like you're inside the actual game. Is crazy. Look at this, especially with the blue cloudy skies. Very busy, but on all around.
So to connect your wristband to the app, you just need to scan the QR code at the back of your wristband and enter a display name and you are in. I would highly recommend getting a wristband because it does limit you to entry to some places without it, and it just makes your experience that much more interactive, like you're actually in a game. You will see later how interactive these wristbands are and also the limitations without it. Like in the Super Mario games, you get these brick blocks and you can collect coins like you're just in the game. But more on that later because we had to make way for the queen herself, Princess Peach, just coming out of nowhere, floating through. Anyway, like I said, around the whole Super Nintendo world, you will find these blocks. And if you're wearing a wristband and punch it, you can collect coins. So throughout walking around, you constantly just hear da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun, of people just collecting coins, whether you're in the line, whether you just found a block, it's everywhere. All these coins you collect will all show up in the app. There is also a leaderboard, which I thought was pretty cool, but I was clearly nowhere near. You can also collect stamps and keys, which will unlock certain areas in the park, as you will see here.
Everything is like over 100 minutes, and this one says 5 minutes. We're not really sure what ride this is. 5-minute wait. There's only like 3 people in front of us.
So here you can see how integrated these wristbands are. We were actually at an entry specifically for those who have collected 3 keys on their wristband, which we did not have. I don't even think we had any at this point.
This challenge needs 3 keys.
There are quite a few of these places just scattered around the area and you could just go in and play mini games, which is just so cool. I, on the other hand, did not do so well, but I tried, I really tried, but I had fun regardless.
Yeah, this queue gets long. This is our first ride that we're going in. Every ride that we go in, Baz has to get checked because he's too big. And they basically just told us this is the only ride he could go in this whole park. So this is the only ride I'm going to go in the whole park.
So the line for this actually reached all the way outside. You could really tell that this ride gets busy because we walked a while to get where we were at and there was a long while to go. This ride gives you a view of the whole Super Nintendo world that you wouldn't be able to see without going on this ride. It's not your usual roller coaster, it's literally just a little stroll exploring the park. Now, let's get a snack.
We just came out of Yoshi's Adventures ride and we're just so good. We've got a Yoshi bun which is filled with yakisoba and cheese, and then we've got a melon lassi. It's actually called a Yoshi lassi. Okay. Nice, but I can't take a lot of dairy, so the rest is not for me. I'm excited to try this bun because it looks like a pineapple bun and I love a pineapple bun, but I know it's more like a melon bun. Okay, it looks literally like one of the turtle showers. Nice.
So we knew that we wanted to eat at Kinopio's Café. Yes, here Toad is Kinopio. I did not realize that you need to have a booked time slot for this cafe too, and we got lucky because I think we got the second to last time slot for the day, if I remember correctly. So once we got our tickets, we decided just to have fun and explore more of Super Nintendo World. There are so many gift shops. I wanted so many things, but I had already bought enough. So I'm just really window shopping and just seeing what they have, any souvenirs maybe for friends and family. Then we went around to see all the mini games. I don't even know if we went to all the mini games actually, but I know I said this many times, but they really do make it seem like you're in the game. Like I was just like, wow, I love the experience. No, I was never good at any of these games, especially and I did not do well at any of these games. I don't know if you can see, but I was actually getting lower scores than these little kids. So, yep.
All got 3 keys. Let's go get 3 keys.
Yes, once we saw that we had 3 keys, we headed to where we were denied entry before to see what was inside. And guys, this place was so fun. It's just an interactive game. It's harder than it looks. I may have gotten the lowest score, but it's okay. Now it was time to eat at Kinopio Café. So once it's your allotted time, head to the cafe and your ticket gets checked by the people at the front. And then there is a queue to order. There is plenty of time to think about what you want to order because, you know, the line was moving, but the line was long. Once you've ordered, you can head to the seating area with the number that they give you. With that number, you can go and collect your drinks and then someone will allocate you to your table.
We are finally at the cafe. If you are thinking about going to the cafe, make sure you get a reservation. It's the only way you can get in. Just go to the front of the cafe. The reservation isn't that bad. We've got our reservation, I'd say about 2 hours after we reserved it, basically. Anyways, drinks first. I've got an iced tea. It's fizzy. This place is absolutely huge. You would never see it this big in like videos and pictures. We're just waiting for food.
We got 2 main dishes and 2 desserts. We got the super mushroom pizza bowl with mushroom tomato sauce, and then we also have the Mario's bacon cheeseburger. And then for desserts, we have the question block tiramisu and the goal pole cake, and everything looks so cute. We didn't actually have high expectations because on the first day of our trip in Japan, we booked the Kirby Cafe, and I had high expectations for that. And although the food looked so cute being all Kirby themed, honestly the taste was not great. But I have to say here, very decent. Soup and burger was as expected. The desserts were not too sweet, and presentation, you can't ignore the presentation. It looks adorable. The whole meal was 6,500 yen. Not bad at all, especially for the prices you see at theme parks.